Diomedes, the Dark Summoner, so the Void Summoner. So he has very unique abilities. Diomedes players, when using Dark Summoning builds, will typically fill their deck with a ton of monsters and minions, so you can have a high percentage of hitting them off Dark Summoning. Whereas Kane builds his deck in a different way if he's focused on a hero ability-based deck. He lets you look at the top cards of your deck and reveal a Knight or a Gale. So he fills his deck with Knights and Gales sometimes to just have a high percentage of hit rate on the Family Reunion, but there's a lot of variants of decks. So like we'll look at some of the cards Diomedes is playing, especially Golub. Golub is very powerful when you're trying to get that Dark Summon off because you can just stack your deck. Pretty useful, but I mean, unless you're using your hero ability, you really only have 2 action points per turn. And then I will, of course, bring up the Great Fairy because she's just so good. Great Fairy of Charity.
Face for free.
It'll get you there, but giving your opponent cards is a pretty heavy cost. And then the Fairy's Bow that just hit has several ways it can be played. The Diomedes player chose to use all 3 charges right away just to hit face. Looks like he has a more aggressive strategy. But this can also get rid of 3 individual things on the board. It can be used a variety of ways. Very versatile, good card.
Enchantment. Yeah.
Speaking of which, enchantment lets you use both of your hero abilities for free for that turn, and it is free. Good value card for heroes. Not all heroes can really utilize it as well as Glory, because he has 3 points of value in his hero abilities that he can use, and both of the effects are relevant even in any board state. Yeah, so he's going to get a card and 2 additional armor, which in this situation is the same exact thing as Null. You have 2 options, the Salma and Arcane Knight.
Yeah, but Arcane Knight lets me mess up how you just stacked your deck.
That's true. Let me pull up Arcane Knight for the stream.
I love Enchantment. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Just being able to do...
Glory is
just
amazing with it, yeah. It's like a very good draw for Glory.
Every time Mercedes drew it the other night, she just got really excited. She's like, I get 2 health and I draw a card?
It's value. Arcane Knight is also proving to be one of the more powerful cards. Like, it doesn't do anything, but it like just gives you a lot of knowledge, and you can. Well, okay, so the 1 mana 1/3 is a good body too. You're right, maybe it does a lot, but it doesn't like discard a card from them without giving them another card. Like there is no reduction in their hand size based on it. But in a game where you only play 2 ofs. Okay, well, Orc Berserker is a card that does a lot. Hold on.
Trade and then 2 to face.
So, Mr. Orc Berserker.
You said you got rid of gold, right?
Yep. And then 2.
There he is. So, Orc Berserker, extremely meta relevant with a lot of fairies floating around. He can 2-for-1 a lot of board states.
I'll summon Arcane Knight.
He can also do a lot of damage.
Sure.
The Arcane Knight's back.
Orc Berserker, Fairy's Bow, Giant Centipede.
This one.
Warp, put a monster back in my hand.
Do I want to get Orc Berserker destroyed, or do I want to get Giant Centipede destroyed?
Centipede will just trade for days.
The Centipede is also really good against established boards, because it can just stay around turn by turn.
And then you need to draw a card.
Berserker's gone.
I will silver coin for an AP.
Sure.
Silver Coin is about as close as an auto include as we have in our game, because it's pretty much good in every deck right now.
To play.
Where is it?
Legends?
There, okay. Yeah, Silver Coin. Very powerful.
Use this to summon Dadu.
Yeah.
There are like only a few decks that don't play Silver Coin that I've seen.
Dadu buff evil. Go ahead.
Dadu buffing the orc. Very good, very good. That thing, if that thing lives, that orc. Ugh. 6 damage represented to the face.
Absolutely.
Orc Berserker?
Yep.
Nope, he ain't living. And the giant centipede does not die based on its own effect. Here he is again.
Fairy's Bow face. Charity will kill this.
Fairy's Bow again. Did you drop both of your Fairy's Bow faces?
Yeah.
Just to go face with them? Huh. Aggressive. You're really going for just like a damage.
Bro?
I'm not
Damage
scared of
against-
this damage.
Damage against Glory, he can recover. Being the tank class.
Yeah, but that's 2 AP into it.
Yeah.
Arcane into Centipedes.
Yeah.
That's one way to deal with it.
1/1 no.
I think it froze again. Yeah, it did. Let me just reset it. It might have like a timeout period of some sort. I'm not sure why it would, but
It's weird because it should be like detecting action.
yeah,
it's just
especially since
idling.
it's recording on the device. You poke it.
There you go. Now
It's
you're
up
good.
now.
Oh, it's back? Huh. I don't want to have to turn it off and turn it back on every couple minutes. But, I mean, I guess if it's working for now, it will suffice.
Okay, so I just so that it's yep. Okay,
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm using 2 AP to summon Ice Giant.
Okay.
Dottie buffing Ice Giant.
Card.
Yeah, buddy.
Dottie buff eyes. That's a 5/5.
Yes.
So, when printing cards, we have a specific stat equation that we use to make sure that everything's on a similar power level. Ice Giant is like
1 to face.
technically fair, but like a 2-mana 4/4 with no effects is extremely powerful. When this hits the field, there are very few cards that can remove it 1-for-1.
Go ahead.
There are cards, but you have to have them in your deck. So, how are you gonna deal with the 5/5? Like that's so much. That's so big.
I was actually just trying to determine between shielding up and summoning a 5/5, but I thought while I had Dadu on the board, I might
Yeah.
as well try and get the most out of it.
Absolutely. That's a really great. It was a 3. It's a 3 AP
Impulse to
combo.
gain
But...
one.
Okay, so if anything's gonna come back, it's definitely. So Impost gave
Cost
you.
2, gain 3, perfect.
Huh? Do you have Golub in graveyard? He's an orc, right? Oh, he's not an imp.
Correct. Yeah.
Where's Imp Boss? Let's pull him up from the core set. There he is. Imp Boss. He's a boss, so I guess he's a boss in name and in title. So it means you can only play 1 copy in your deck, but for good reason. In this case, though, he was only like a silver coin, but I've seen Impost where you gain 4.
Last time
Five.
we streamed, I impost for 6.
Nice. It's a good feel. Is the music not playing anymore?
No.
That might be like a dead section of the YouTube video. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, I think you were right about that because it seems to be playing now. Let's switch to this one, which I've never heard. Okay, I'm sure that's fine. Just troubleshooting. Okay, I mean you guys are good.
Now I'm trying to think.
I see.
Mask Worshipper.
Actually, the 2/2.
Yeah, warp at a monster from my grave. Back to
Ooh.
my hand.
Let me go grab that real quick. You guys can play.
I'll gamble. I'll have a good option in my hand.
Okay.
Call and breed. Fail.
Oof.
Or not power and breed, dark summon.
Oh, is the other one's called Power and Greed, right? Okay, yeah, I knew what you meant.
We are live right now with minimal difficulties.
Thanks to you. So, there's Quinn B. Photographer. There's Quinn B. Photographer. We're gonna eat after this game.
Okay. I will trade Arcane Knight into Masked Worshipper.
It's a 1/1/8. Huh?
Yep.
This is a 2/2.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just making sure.
Yep. Absolutely. Then I will pay 1 to summon Krasa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Impulse is
sorry.
on the field.
Cross out effect.
Surprise. Are you main decking it as well?
Hmm.
I was about to say I'm kind of surprised you sided against Kane.
Yeah, that's a main. It and Mark. Just because I feel like they needed DAP from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, I definitely, whenever I was playing
I
Diomedes
will.
Blitz, I felt like the main thing it struggled with was AP.
Family reunion.
yeah, go nuts.
It had plenty of drop
Yeah,
power,
reunion.
just didn't have any AP game.
Proving itself useful once again. Maybe. You got a free Dadu. I mean,
Dadu.
you can't really complain about that. Okay, I guess it wasn't free either. You paid one for it.
I dropped a little bit. Of a
Still
package.
1 AP draw a
Yeah.
card. I almost don't care what I get off Family Reunion because it's
As long as
drawing
you
a
get
card, thinning
something.
a deck,
Yeah.
and I'm in a relatively good position right now.
Yeah.
Staring at what's gonna be a 6/6 ice giant.
Yeah. How do you even deal with that?
You don't.
Yeah, don't.
You draw into Annihilate in your mindless face deck.
Just switch,
Yeah.
just switch my
Yeah,
hand
you
when
gotta
he
play
threw it
Annihilate.
on the ground.
Hmm.
I tried to see if I could get something off Dark Summoning and hit an enchantment. 6 cards that would have made me fail.
Do you only play 6 non-minions
Mm-hmm.
in your deck for the? So it is a Dark Summon build.
No, it's
First
a
time
face
we
build.
played against each other, you Dark Summoned away your
My Summoner Unbound.
Summoner
yeah.
Unbound.
Ooh, yeah, it
Oh,
happened.
actually, I did win that game.
I'm actually going to Dadu buff Crossa.
Okay, I'm spreading the love.
Well, I know that he can warp an Orc Berserker back into his hand, so I don't want to give him the free
And
double
also,
trade.
5/5 versus 6/6 isn't it?
And then I
big
will
difference.
hit face for 6
Either way,
damage.
it's something he can't deal with.
Exactly. Yeah, like there's no deal 5 damage to something. So.
And then I will pass the turn.
But no,
There's
I
a reason
literally only
Annihilate
won
in
that
my
game
side.
because he ran out of steam and I just kept
Because of Ice
bombing
Giant.
him.
Ice Giant's slowly turning into one of my absolute favorite cards.
Yeah, it's so like it's fair.
No, it's very
No,
fair.
It's very
absolutely
fair. Yeah, I mean it's just really good, and if you drop it at the right time.
I've seen some other times where you drop it onto a full board and they just go trade their 2 attack minion.
Yeah.
Bombs.
And then you
it's
just
like,
then
wow,
you just like
this
wasted
card
your turn.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I think right now the fact that Dadu says monster instead
Yes.
of Gale monster
Yes.
is really good because it encourages me to play things like Ice Giant and Orc Berserker,
Mhm.
knowing that Dadu has a little.
'Cause
bit
Dadu
of
was
like
originally-
more-
encouragement to play Orc
Well,
Berserker.
Dadu was originally only Gales when we were developing him, but we didn't want to lock people into like really like because Glory is already locked into playing a certain ratio of like the Gales and such.
Yeah.
What is that? Is
So
that the
it just
bomb?
encourages
That's
more
for the turn one?
diversification.
Okay.
But we
Turn
did
charity?
like the Orc
Okay.
Berserker thing is actually just really strong. All nears it hits the board.
He says.
Or is that Urok? Yes, Urok.
Charity AP?
Okay.
Charity. Both players gain 2 AP, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Free.
Oh, I forgot.
Those
I'm
double-sided cards.
I'm so used to having everyone throw cards at me that
Yeah.
I'm not used to gaining. AP.
Yeah, most people just use the draw option for it, but like it just depends on what deck you're playing. If you just want to give your opponent cards or not too.
No, I totally use it for the AP sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I use it for
Most
like
of the time I use it for draw, but
Marn, Luke,
um,
kill Dadu.
because I play Brood.
Sometimes I
then,
use it to just
Deal 2 to Ice Giant.
interesting. Sometimes I use it
Power and Greed.
for the Vasa. It's just
Okay.
amazing.
Ignis.
Like,
And Fury is a keyword that means it can attack twice.
Deal 2 to Ice Giant. Lives with 1.
Ignis.
what's life at?
11 to 16 him.
Yeah, you're predicament.
Yeah.
Next deal.
Ignis is good if she lives. Well, even if she doesn't, she's like a decent card because it can
She
go.
still
first.
deal 3.
She deals 2 right away.
I just wanted the bodies on board. That's why I went
So
Urok
why didn't you
Charity.
ping the crossbow with Ignis?
I need to be able to get rid of that Ice Giant, no matter what I drop.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to be able to.
8 face.
Plus, cross is going to clear your board.
8 a face.
8 face.
That's fine.
8 face.
Then
Fine.
And the crosser just says kill Charity and Ignis.
attack face for 1.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense to tap your hero when you attack with them. Huh? I never considered doing that.
I've never tapped my hero.
Oh.
But no, that's what you got to do now.
Yeah. Okay.
That just makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
I'm attacking you for 1,
Yeah,
and then
The game should be able to be played silently.
pretty sure that's
Box.
just game.
Whip
Yeah. that's
and
game.
GG's.
Thank you.
Nice, well played.
Do you want to get in?
Sure.
I'm gonna stop.